Love you. Love you too, Mommy and Daddy. You might love.
I'd like to welcome you, everyone, and thank each and every one of you for being here on this most happy of days of days. Alex and Lisa have chosen these rings to represent the unbreakable circle of life and love. These rings will be a reminder of this very special day when you were united in marriage. Please place them on each other's finger. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
to remind you of this day
to remind you of this day
when in front of our closest community,
when in front of our closest community
we vowed
we vowed
that our love can overcome all things,
that our love can overcome all things,
that our love unites,
that our love unites,
inspires and celebrates,
inspires and celebrates,
and will continue to do so
and will continue to do so
for the rest of our lives.
for the rest of our lives.
I give you this
I
ring
give you this ring
to remind you of this day
to remind you of this day
when in front of our closest community
when in front of our closest community
we vowed that our love can overcome all things,
we vowed that our love can overcome all things,
that our love unites,
that our love unites,
inspires and celebrates,
inspires, and celebrates,
and will continue to do so
and will continue to do so
for the rest of our lives.
for the rest of our lives.
It is with such joy that I now send you out into the world to spread the beautiful light that you share with those around you. By the power invested in me, I now, for the first time, pronounce you married as husband and wife. And please kiss the bride.
Alex and Lisa, you could not have asked for a more perfect day. It was an absolutely beautiful ceremony. Mom and I are so very happy for you two. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say a few words about Alex. I doubt that I'll divulge any startling revelations to you, Lisa. Since you two have known each other since grade school, you've been partners for quite a while now. But my words should reinforce you what an excellent choice you have made in a husband. So last weekend I spent a few hours disassembling an elevated mountain bike boardwalk on Galliano, way back in the woods on the neighbor's property. While this reminded me of your husband's well-known appetite for an element of risk in his leisure activities, it also made me reflect on his many strengths, how I'd always admired these traits and why they will serve him well in married life. I'm going to highlight just a handful of these qualities. Number one, determination. When Alex was 13, I thought it would be a good idea if he and I enrolled in the mountain bike race called the Cheakamus Challenge. This is a really tough off-road mountain bike race from Squamish to Whistler, touted as a celebration of pain. It evolved from its aptly named predecessor, Sea Colors and Puke. So it becomes progressively harder the farther you get north from Squamish. And I had no real expectation that Alex would finish, but he gutted it out and came across the finish line as the youngest competitor in the event. This same grit and determination has carried him through lots of challenges, including his quest to become a firefighter. And it will serve him especially well in married life as he strives to become a more perfect husband. Number two, fearless. As a family, we were fortunate to ski at Whistler quite a lot while the boys were growing up. And by the time Alex was 9 or 10, I just kind of assumed he could follow me anywhere I went. So when I was standing a few turns down Coolwar Extreme, encouraging Alex and Ruth to just drop in, Alex did so without hesitation. This did unfortunately lead to a bloody mouth and a kind of annoyed wife. But that setback aside, his skiing prowess and general fearless nature led many years later to an epic speed run from the patrol hut to Creekside, responding to a cardiac arrest, arriving well before the doctor on the hill, that was me, and the more experienced patrollers to deliver and apply the AED and save the guy's life. This quality of fearlessness will be a great attribute for you, Alex, to bring to the labor and delivery suite. To support your wife, should you both decide to take on this particular Coolwar Extreme of life. Third, industry. Although in the early days, the boys referred to our little cabin as Galileo, Alex actually loved the place for its construction opportunities. The death-defying bike drop in the woods was one such notable project. A short distance away, if you look way up, you will see perched between two massive arbutus limbs, the remnants of a tree fort perched about 10 feet above fatal fall height. While this demonstrates both industry and a lack of fear, it may also point to an element of bad parenting. This industrious nature has led more recently to some striking bicycle builds and some very sweet raised garden beds. I suspect that in the future, these manual skills will turn to kitchen and bathroom renos and the inevitable crib build. By crib, I don't mean pad. Sorry for the dad joke. Last and perhaps most importantly, and as everyone knows, Alex has a very soft heart. He doesn't necessarily like to show it, but beneath that manly exterior, there lurks a sensitive heart. One that knows it's okay to tear up periodically during Love Actually. Having a caring heart is beneficial in all aspects of human interaction, but most especially in a marriage. So in closing, I say to the two of you to always have your spouse's back, to make each other laugh a lot, and to make each other gradually grow into better versions of yourselves. I wish you a long, beautiful, happy marriage. Here's to the newlyweds.
We kind of laughed, and of course,
My brother's a Penixburst.
Tim's appendix burst, so he went in for emergency surgery, and we're both really sad that he wasn't able to make it. But hopefully that was the last little bump, and he seems to be doing a lot better in the hospital. And we just found out there was a chance he was going to make it today, but he fell.
Huge in the hallway, so he didn't make it.
And finally, to my beautiful new wife, who bent over backwards for this evening and put in so much work while me and my stupid buddies went golfing. It's absolutely wonderful, and I love you, and I think you did an amazing job. Thank you, everybody, and that was my last public speaking event, so time to do a few shotguns.